Hi guys, and welcome back to Ask Traders. In today's video I wanted to take you through weekend trading. Now, weekend trading has become more prominent since the rise of cryptocurrencies, where you can trade them 24/7. So in today's video I wanted to just take you through the advantages, disadvantages and some of the markets that you can trade on the weekend. Now let's focus on the markets that we can trade. As you can see here, I've got the Bitcoin chart up, and like I said before, cryptocurrencies, they're available to trade 24/7 over the weekends as well. But there are other markets that we can look to that do trade over the weekend. So if we move towards indices now, we can look towards the Middle East to trade indices, and some of the ones available are the DFM Index, which is based on the Dubai Stock Exchange, the Kuwait Stock Exchange, the Tadawul Index, which is an exchange based in Saudi Arabia, and finally there's the Tel Aviv 25 Index, which is the top 25 companies in the Tel Aviv exchange. Now, they're great, but you're going to be hard pressed to find a broker that offers those indices in Europe or the US. Now, as you can see here, we've got the IG markets up. They do offer some weekend markets. They've got the weekend pound US dollar position and a few other indice markets. I don't want you to get confused. So these markets are separate from their weekday counterparts. So any positions you hold during the week do not cross over to weekend markets. So stop losses and take profits won't be hit during the weekend markets. Another thing to note is that their weekday counterparts, are closed. So it's not that they open specifically for IG. IG will just offer them separately as another instrument to trade, and they are priced based off of news that may happen over the weekend and volatility. Let's move on to the positives and negatives of weekend trading then. The first positive is you're able to analyze in peace. A lot of you will be working during the week. A lot of traders work during the week, and it really is difficult to focus when you get home. You're a bit tired and you've got to look at charts for the rest of the evening. Having that weekend time to just fully relax, watch the charts and analyze with a bit of time is really beneficial in helping you focus. Another positive is the ability to hedge. So let's say I'll give you an example. Let's say you are holding a long pound GBP USD position heading into the weekend, and on Saturday morning there is some Brexit news that comes out and they haven't agreed a trade deal. There's no trade deal, there's going to be no deal. That's obviously going to be negative for the pound and will most likely see the pound USD fall. What you can do is then open up the weekend markets and trade it the other way, therefore reclaiming some, if not all, of those losses. Now let's move on to the disadvantages. First one is low volatility. There's not a lot of financial news out, data out on the weekends. If anything, mostly it will be from China or countries not in the US or Europe. Therefore, there's not a lot of movement in price and really low volatility. And that leads us on to low liquidity, which leads to widening spreads. So low liquidity, not a lot of people trading on the weekends, not a lot of market participants moving price, and because of that, the brokers, in this case IG, they will widen spreads. And the final disadvantage is there really isn't a lot of options to trade different asset classes. So as you can see here with IG, they offer only a few asset classes, and within them there is fairly wide spreads. So you're really not spoiled for choice. You are limited to just these few options. I'm sure some other brokers do offer some weekend markets, but again, they won't offer a massive range for you to trade. A final note from me is we get a lot of people asking if they should trade on the weekends. In my opinion, I would advise against it, just because a lot of trading is being able to manage costs, and as you can see with the spreads and the actual volatility in the market, it's going to be really hard to even get to a point where you can cover this or you can pay the spread before you're in profit. In that instance, I'd say preferably, especially if you're starting out, watch weekday markets, the normal markets during the week. you'll see a lot more volatility, you'll see a lot more price action, and you'll be able to learn a lot more as well. As you get more experienced, it may be easier, or it may be more beneficial for you to trade on the weekend markets. But like I said, my suggestion would be, unless you're trading cryptocurrency, stay away from the weekend trading. Anyway, that's all from me, guys. If you have any questions, simply pop them in the comments below. And if you want to see more content, head over to our channel and don't forget to subscribe. Anyway, I hope to speak to you soon. Take care and have a good trading week.